Imagine someone in your group starts helping themselves to more than their share. More food, more say in every decision, more of everything. Basically, they're louder than everyone else, more demanding, and they've started treating disagreement like a personal insult. Today, you have options. You can go to HR, you can vote them out. You can quit, move somewhere else, start completely over. Ancient humans had none of that. No ballot box, no resignation letter, no legal system sitting in the background ready to step in, just a group of people, a serious problem, and the question of what you actually do when someone decides the rules don't apply to them anymore. Most people assume they know the answer. The biggest, most aggressive person took charge, and everyone else fell in line. Survival of the fittest, right? Whoever was strongest made the rules, and the rest just had to deal with it. Turns out that's almost completely wrong. Anthropologist Christopher Boehm spent decades studying hunter-gatherer societies across the world, groups in Africa, South America, Southeast Asia, the Arctic, different climates, different languages, different everything. And what he found was strikingly consistent across all of them. Ancient human groups weren't ruled by the strongest individual. They were deeply, almost stubbornly equal. And they didn't stumble into that equality by accident. They protected it, deliberately, collectively, using a set of social tools so effective that most of them are still quietly running inside your head right now. The first tool was gossip, and I know that sounds like a dismissal, but stay with me, because gossip in this context isn't trivial at all. In a group of 30 or 40 people with no written records, no institutions, no formal way to hold anyone accountable, the fastest way to neutralize someone abusing power was to make sure everyone else knew about it. The moment one person started acting like they were above the group, word traveled. Fast. Reputation was the most powerful currency ancient humans had, and gossip was exactly how it moved. The second tool was ridicule. Hunter-gatherer societies across the world share one surprisingly consistent habit. They use humor to cut dominant individuals back down to size. A hunter comes back with an enormous kill, genuinely impressive by any measure. Instead of praise, the group jokes that the animal looked a bit small, that the hunt didn't seem particularly difficult. This wasn't mean-spirited. It was a social mechanism, used deliberately to stop any one person from starting to believe they stood above everyone else. Boehm called it leveling behavior. The group used laughter as a tool to keep the playing field flat, and it worked remarkably well. If gossip and ridicule still weren't enough, there was a third option: quiet, collective disobedience. If someone consistently overstepped, demanded more than their share, tried to control decisions that didn't belong to them, treated others with contempt, and expected no consequences, people simply stopped cooperating with them. No dramatic confrontation, no big public standoff, just a slow, steady withdrawal. Hunting partners became suddenly unavailable. Favors stopped appearing. Invitations dried up. The group didn't need to attack the person directly. They just stopped including them in the cooperation that made survival possible in the first place. And in a world where you genuinely could not survive without the people around you, being quietly frozen out wasn't just uncomfortable. It was dangerous. But what about the ones who went further? The ones who didn't just take too much food, but actively threatened and terrorized the people around them? That's where things get really interesting. Boehm found that in extreme cases, communities moved together to remove genuinely dangerous individuals, not through any formal process, not through any appointed authority or structured decision. Through collective quiet consensus, everyone recognizing the same threat at the same time and acting together on it. The group itself became the authority. The moment anyone tried to rise too far above everyone else became the force that pulled them back down. Boehm called this the reverse dominance hierarchy, and it's one of the most fascinating ideas in all of human evolutionary science. Here's the part that makes this personal, though. That feeling you get when someone in power acts unfairly. That specific, almost visceral irritation when a boss takes credit for work they didn't do, or when someone in charge treats the people below them like they simply don't matter. That reaction isn't just you being sensitive. It's ancient. It's a social instinct sharpened across hundreds of thousands of years of living in groups where unchecked power was a real physical threat to everyone's survival. Your brain was literally shaped to notice it, to resist it, and to quietly find the others in the room who feel exactly the same way. Ancient humans didn't need elections or HR departments to keep power in check. They had something arguably more effective: each other. And every time people today push back against authority, use humor to deflate the powerful, or simply withdraw cooperation from someone who stopped deserving it, they're running the same program. The same one written long before any of us showed up. Still working. Still exactly as intended.